the supply shock, did it go away? The answer is no. Look at the latest numbers. We're still getting hundreds of millions of dollars flowing into the ETFs. Yes, it slowed down a little bit yesterday, but overall, we still had a net positive of like $250 million, I believe, yesterday. These guys are not done accumulating. They will continue to accumulate. And they have accumulated so much already that it's alarming. They're accumulating at an alarming rate. Okay, and we definitely don't want to let all the Bitcoin be held by just the select few, just a few funds, right? We don't want that to happen, but it's happening right in front of our eyes. So that's why I said, make sure you load up, stock up, DCA, whatever you're doing, continue to do so. Don't let these big boys steal away your life-changing wealth. So much buying, guys. So much buying. My mission is to make sure that you guys understand that the supply shock is happening. There's only so many Bitcoin to go around. And you can't print infinite amount of Bitcoin like you can with dollars or euros or yen or whatever fiat that you may be holding. Bitcoin is different. It's an asset class that's like none other. And you definitely don't want to let this slip by you, right? Even though we may have some volatility. But, you know, again, on a grand scheme of things, I don't want to make it so dire like the world is falling. But, you know, a lot of you guys are new. But when you put this in perspective, the dip that we're having today is like 3% or something, okay? This is nothing compared to what we just lived through in 2022 and 2023. And it's the same thing in 2018 and 2019 and 2020 and all the years that we have gone through over the years, right? But I'm just letting you guys know we're right at the cusp of that parabolic move that we're waiting for. As great as it's been, it's going to get even better, way bigger. So don't let these small little dips or volatility scare you out. You will regret it. Okay, so like this. Don't let the bears, don't let the FUD scare you out. The supply shock I've been talking about still exists. Okay, and that one magical point, the one level that Bitcoin needs to break before it goes parabolic, and that is very soon, is the line that I've been showing you guys all along, this red line, which is around 52,350. You know how we haven't been able to break through it? There's a reason for that. And today, someone else did some research and looked at it. There is 1 billion shorts, okay, $1 billion worth of shorts positioned above 52.4, which is that right around that mark, right? So this is kind of like the last stand for the bears, for the naysayers, okay? This is, they know, and I know, and I've said this, Bitcoin, if you go back in history, has not been above that line for very long. I have to zoom in here. Look at all, I mean, there's no point of having these lines anymore. Like we're like way above here. But take a look. We're at this line right here. I'll just remove this line. That's the final barrier, guys. There's not anything really above it. We stayed above just a few months, and that's it. That's why this level is so important. Because, quite frankly, afterwards, we're going to hit unknown territory very soon. That's why after we broke it last time in 2021, both times, we had a dip and so forth, but both times we hit 60,000 like right away. This time around, it'll be no different. After we break through, we will hit 60,000 in no time. And afterwards, we'll break 69,000, head into 70,000 unknown territory. That's why this level is so important, right? And again, if you're zoomed out, when in doubt, zoom out. When you zoom out and you look at the weekly scale, Yeah, we've been coming up a lot, guys. We've been coming up a lot. And this doesn't even count as negative weeks. This is just going sideways, right? So, those of you guys that are fearful may want to step back and zoom out a little bit. But know that that point is a very crucial point to break. And if we do break through it, and we will, when we do, we will get massive short squeezes. We're going to get so many shorts wrecked, and it's going to cause us to pump up to new heights, okay? That's coming. That is coming. So don't let anything from now till then scare you out of the market, because you will regret it. Once Bitcoin breaks through this next level, we will be in 60s and 70s in no time. And we're not even halfway through the year. And you will sit there and really regret it if you get scared out right now. Or it could simply be because Bitcoin has come up so much that it just needs a breather. 4 straight weeks of ups and ups and ups and up, and we have gone up 40% basically, and maybe it's time for a red week. From a technical standpoint, that makes sense. Bitcoin can't go up forever. There will be points where it just needs to stop and consolidate. So maybe from a technical standpoint, that explains it. That maybe Bitcoin just needs to take a breather. This is also something that may be holding Bitcoin back. Genesis, one of the companies under DCG, right? Their sister company of Grayscale. I don't believe they're around anymore. I think they've been dissolved, or they will be dissolved. But they were the lending arm behind Gemini Earn, and they had a lot of institutional customers. But anyways, they have to sell 1.6 billion in Grayscale shares, okay, in order to repay what they owe. So maybe this has something to do with it too. This came out last week. This was approved last week. Now, since then, the ETFs have been eating up everything, and they still are eating up everything. But I'm wondering if they're escalating their selling for some reason, right? Like yesterday and today, we saw random like big dips out of nowhere. Could be related. I don't see any specific charts that actually show this other than Grayscale still selling. But I think there's something else that someone's not measuring that may be related to this. So we have 3 things that may be holding Bitcoin back, or all 3 are holding Bitcoin back. You got Genesis that's about to sell large amounts of Bitcoin. You have the overall market maybe thinking about taking a breather because of Nvidia, or maybe Bitcoin is just a little bit too hot and needs to cool down.